Okay, video number 2. Now, I started this video before. I ran out of space in my phone. I still had some videos that I had not deleted that were taking up space on my phone. Like, you know, videos take a ton of space on your phone. And y'all know that my shit is just kind of fucked up. Or have I not talked about that? But yeah, I've got a Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and I've had it for 2 years, and it still works, but it's time for something else. Because, you know, I'm tired of it. It's getting old, it's starting to show its age, it's starting to break down. But as long as I have a smartphone, family, I will continue to give you the play-by-play in my mind. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this motherfucker crunk. Okay, here we go, family. King David checking in once a motherfucking again. And I'm here to tell you about these videos that I've seen on Facebook that my peoples tagged me in. 2 different videos by a sister. Her name is Ikiesha Al-Shabazz Whittaker. She is a black woman, used to be prosecutor, I believe she said, for the state of New York. Now she works as a defense attorney. And one of the videos, she was saying that don't call the cops on your kids. Basically, it was a real short video. It's like 5 minutes. If you see it on Facebook, or maybe I can put a link in the description or something. But if I find it, I'll put it in the link box. I'll put it in the description box so you guys can see it. And another video was her leaving the country. So, basically, she was saying, don't call the police on your kids. You black. If you got a problem with your kids, you need to handle it. You brought your kids in this world, you need to take them out. You did? Don't call the police. They're going to come up, they're going to shoot your child, and they might shoot you too. And so now your child is dead because of you. And there ain't going to be no grand jury indictments. She talks about that too. The grand jury proceedings, it's all one-sided. But we already know, you know what I'm saying, that everything is already one-sided. You'd be like, Chink from the Young Turks. He got this thing he does all the time. And I find it hilarious because I feel the same way. You'd be like, yeah, did you know that the justice system is corrupt and one-sided? And he'll be like, of course. You dig? That's one of the things. Police come to your house. Most likely, somebody gonna end up dead if you are a person of color. Right? Right. So, don't call the police on your kids. Handle your business in your house. If not, let them go. Let them do their own thing. Kick them out. Can't come back. That's simple. PSA. Don't call the police on your children. Now, the other video about her leaving the country, said basically she has seen so much shit. She has seen so much killing of unarmed black men and women and children that she's tired of it. She's so tired of it, in fact, that she said she's going to leave the country. Hey, that's fine. That's your decision. I mean, I'm not going to judge her based off the decision because she's not the only one that feels this way. You dig? I got a partner of mine, good Muslim brother. Said he going to leave the country. He going to get his CDL license. He going to work for a couple years, get some bread, buy a couple trucks, have them working, dip out the country, and he'll just come back in and do business. Me and him have had this conversation a couple times. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You know, do what you got to do, bro. You got a family. You got a wife. You did 2 beautiful children. hey, if you got to go, you got to go. Just like St. Louis. St. Louis is relatively small compared to pretty much every major metropolitan city. I'm sure there's some smaller than St. Louis, but St. Louis is small. And that's primarily because it's landlocked. You know, we trapped between, like, the Mississippi and the Missouri. So, you know, downtown, you on the edge of the Mississippi, and then you got Illinois across the water, right? If you go further west, like, you got the Mississippi that come back again. Then if you go even further west, you got the Missouri. St. Louis is trapped in by like pretty much two major rivers. That's why we're pretty much landlocked. But I know people that say, man, I gotta leave. There's no opportunities here. I gotta do something better for myself. Okay. That's fine. I'm not going to judge you either way. I know we as black people are in the habit of being judge, jury, and executioner. But I am here to tell you, family, that is not my job to be the judge, jury, and executioner. If you feel like you're doing the best that you could possibly do for yourself and for your family, then you go ahead and leave. Nobody's going to hold that against you. However, this is the way I think. And we going to come right back around to the topic. Watch this. I'm not leaving St. Louis. You want to know why? Because everybody leaves St. Louis. Ferguson. The shit is not that bad. It really isn't. Do we have as many jobs as Atlanta? There's been this big fucking thing over the last 10 years. Everybody wants to go to Atlanta. Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta. And now Atlanta crowded. The nigga still trying to move to Atlanta. Somebody has to fight. Stay and fight. Can't everybody leave? And that's for multiple reasons. I feel an obligation to this city. This is my home, family. St. Louis is my home. I am so St. Louis. In fact, I'm going to get the skyline of downtown and arch tattooed across my back. We know that costs money that I do not have right now. But eventually, for a back piece, I'm getting the whole St. Louis metropolitan area on my back. And in detail. I want to see the arch, Busch Stadium, all of that. All of that. You dig? So, my love for St. Louis is deep. I could be gone for 2 days and I miss St. Louis. I love this city so much. Yeah, it's a fucked up city. But every city is a fucked up city. Where ain't it fucked up these days? I'll wait. Still waiting. Oh, you haven't came over to answer. I wonder why. But I digress. I love this city. You know, I love this country. I don't love the government. I hate the fucking government. Hate they ass. I don't like police. I don't like authority figures at all, for real. Because normally when a person get into a person, like, a little piece of authority, they start to act funny. You dig? I love my home. And as such, I'm going to fight for my home. Now, that's why I want to be an entrepreneur. Do my thing in this city. Make something happen. Make some change. You dig? I got to. I would feel like I'm abandoning my home. Like, there's a great work that can be done in St. Louis, And nobody's doing it except for the whites, the Asians, and the motherfucking Arabs. And you mean to tell me you want to leave? And then you fucking complain how the goddamn Arabs, Chinese, and white man took over everything. That's because your punk ass didn't want to step up to the goddamn table and do what's necessary to make your situation better. Yes, I said it. Y'all motherfuckers don't want to do what's necessary to make your situation better. You want to leave. You want to run. You want that fight or flight situation, and most of y'all motherfuckers fly. Fly so high you can't even see the ground anymore. And what I mean by fight or flight, there's an instinct that animals and humans alike have. It's called fight or flight. And it's that situation right when you get into an altercation or before you get into an altercation when you know that some shit you done wrong. You dig what I'm saying? Fight or flight. You out in the streets, you pissed the wrong dudes off. Now they looking for you. They got 15 bodies on the street looking for you. What you gonna do? You gonna fight or you gonna flight? Most niggas skip town for a couple months. Wait for the heat to die down. Some niggas want to go out like Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. You dig what I'm saying? Some niggas want to go out like Scarface. But that's what I mean. When my dog shit in the house, and he over 2 years old now. 2 years and some change. When he shit in the house, and he know he ain't supposed to, he'll run for me. He'll run. Any other time, he be trying to be all up underneath me, be wanting to rub his head, scratch this and scratch that and do this and play with me. But when he doo-doo in the house or he pee on the floor, he know that we gonna have a come to Jesus meeting. And he not gonna like what's gonna happen in that meeting. So he will run. When he's in trouble, he runs. He'll run away from me. That's the fight or flight. He has it. But I'm the alpha male. I am the alpha male. The alpha male. He knows what it is. And these women know what it is too. Women could smell an alpha male from a mile away. And they could smell a beta too. And you know what the beta males do? They get put in the friend zone. But that's a topic for another day. But like I say, be an alpha male. Stand up. Take charge. Female, same concept applies to a woman too. Stand up. Make some change for yourself. You dig? Can't everybody leave? Or don't everybody want to leave? You dig? Like, can't everybody catch a midnight train to Georgia? And I bet y'all wondering what the hell is a midnight train to Georgia. Some of y'all folk who is deep off into the music like myself, you know, Midnight Train to Georgia was a Gladys Knight and the Pip song. Leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the premise of the song was about during the 60s, 50s and 60s of the Jim Crow. Shit was so bad in like Mississippi and Alabama, South Carolina, and places like this here. People was fleeing to Georgia. Yeah, if Georgia was in the South, but the persecution was much less in Georgia. There was still persecution, there was still lynchings, but it was less in Georgia. And at that time, there was a lot of people who caught a train to Georgia. So basically, she's saying, I'm going to catch this midnight train to Georgia. I'm going to escape to a better city, to a better life, to a better everything. And like I told my partner X Shout out to you, my brother. Can't everybody catch a midnight train to Georgia? I'm certainly not. I'm going to stay and fight. There's a war going on, and none of you motherfuckers are willing to fight the war. I'm not going to say none of you, but most of you, black folk, melanated people, are scared to fight this war. You don't want to do nothing. You just want everything handed to you, which is why you fly anytime you think that there's no opportunities in the city. Like I say, St. Louis has opportunities. St. Louis has great opportunities. You know, when I look around and I see the city, I see nothing but dollar signs. I see all these vacant properties, all these empty lots. This, that, what this could be, what that could be. I see potential all across the whole city. We're just not the ones who's taking advantage of it. Like I say, it's the Chinese, the Arabs, and the white folk. And not knocking them, they're going to do what they're going to do. It's free enterprise. Get in where you fit in. Get your money. But what I'm saying to you is we should be the ones getting that money. Matter of fact, that's the rallies. Down there on Kings Highway. I think like Kings Highway and Cabanny, something like that. You know what I'm talking about. Right before you get to Delmar. Used to be a rallies. Motherfucker closed down. Been closed down for years. Ain't nobody done shit to it. Now, they tear it down and they turn it into a gas station. And who owns the gas station? Well, I would assume that the white man owns the gas station. Because I was riding past one day on the bus. We was at a stop. I seen this Mercedes pull up. Like a little, Mercedes. Immediately, I knew that's the boss. Or that's a boss. So for the time being, he's the boss. Him and some other white dude, suits, dress shoes, step on the construction site out the Mercedes. I'm like, that's the boss right there. Them the bosses. It could have been us, could have put something in that spot with the rallies. Now I'm happy to see things being built back up in the community on the north side in St. Louis. But we're not the ones getting that money. But I digress. There are those who escaped slavery, and there are those like Harriet Tubman who came back to help those who are enslaved. I'm not leaving. One, I'm going to fight for what's mine. Two, I'm going to fight for what's mine. Now, what most of you did not know is that we are the rightful landowners of America. Bet you didn't know that. The Moors came over here and settled this land and every other land across this world. So, despite what they like to tell us, we were here before they were here. We have a natural birthright to this land. Not all of us came through the Middle Passage, the transatlantic slave system. Not all of us came from there. All of our descent comes from Africa. Don't be deceived. All of our descent comes from Africa. But not all of us are Africans. Some of us are Black Asian. Some of us are Australian. Some of us are here and some of us are there. But trust and believe, it's black folk all across this world. And we were the ones that settled everything. So we have a natural birthright to this land. as Moors people. You dig? So, basically, the thing about it is, I guess I'm just saying that I'm willing to fight the good fight. Like, in order to see change, you must first create an opportunity for change. When President Obama came in 2008, my president is black, my Lambo is blue, vote or die. I was riding with him hard. I was happy to see a black person in the White House. I'm sure he's a nice brother, very charismatic, loves his family, but he's a politician nonetheless. And he ain't done shit for us, and that's why I don't fuck with him. And I don't want to hear this shit. Oh, well, he's not the president of black people. Shut the fuck up and keep it moving. Because I'm not having this conversation with you. Because y'all seem to think that it's not okay to criticize our brothers and sisters who look like us. But let me tell you, criticism, constructive criticism is how we grow. But nonetheless, everybody was thinking, oh yeah, oh my God, we're free and we're this and shit's gonna change and da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. And the same conversations that I have with you guys in my YouTube videos, the same conversation I have in the streets. Before the internet video game started jumping off, before the smartphone game started jumping off, this is shit I've been telling people since I've been like 16. You dig? So I was like, well, don't wait on Obama to bring change because he is the president of the United States. He has to do other stuff besides fix our problems. Even if he passes a bill, legislature, it still has to trickle down. It has to start from the top. The trickle down theory. Pretty much, it's whatever's at the top, so whatever is here. Whatever's at the top, this is the top. Whatever's here will fall down and will affect things that's below it. Like a rock slide. You got a mountain, got a rock slide, you got an avalanche. Starts from the top. It gains momentum and then swings through and knocks out the bottom. Right? So it's going to be a while for that man legislature to affect us. So what we need to do, we need to create the change ourselves. If we want to see change in our community, you need to do it. You need to get out here and reach people and tell them that Black Lives Matter and we need to stop killing each other and et cetera, et cetera. But I guess I say this. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I don't give a damn how bad it gets. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not. I cannot. Because like I was telling my brother X, if I leave, I feel like I'm abandoning my people. My people need me. You guys need me. You need me. Just like I need you. We are a community. We are a people who come in groups. We are not solitary individuals. We are group-based individuals, which is why we should practice group economics by black. Asian people by Asian. Asians do this with their people. Arabs, whoever else, white folk, pretty much everybody but us, practices group economics. But we all need each other. We all we got. We in this together. I cannot abandon you. I refuse. Call it my rebellious spirit. Call it whatever. Determination. I don't care. But like I say, Can't everybody catch a midnight train? You can't everybody leave. Some of us have to stay here and fight the good fight. I'm not going to blame you if you do. Everybody's situation is different. But my situation, I'm going to go hard for us. For us. My nigga, Rip the General, local St. Louis artist, got a record label called One Way Up Records. You did? He got he got a slogan. He say, St. Louis, I do this for us. Black folk, I do this for us. Melanated people, I do this for us. I do these videos for us. Because like I say, these are the same conversations I have on the streets. But I feel that more people need to know about this information. More people need to see my perspective and where I'm coming from and why I do the things that I do. And I'm going to continue to keep doing it. And if y'all stick with me, y'all gonna see this process go, because I got in my mind some real deal shit for my channel. I'm gonna turn this into a whole professional woo-wop. Give me a camera, give me a desktop, give me maybe some type of background, a poster, something I can put back there. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just like us taking our rightful place back in society, it's going to happen. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some work. You're going to have to get your elbows dirty. You're going to have to scuff up your knees. You're going to trip and slip and stumble and fall, but that is all a part of the process. It is a war going on out here. Ain't no fucking war won in 2 or 3 days. A battle. You might win a battle. The Mizzou players won a battle when they boycotted the goddamn football game and forced old boy to resign. That is a battle, but the white supremacists... Okay, let me say this. We're fighting the battles. We win a battle. We celebrating. We shucking and jiving and... Oh man, we just dabbing and nay-naying and watch me work and all type of shit. We just going ham. Yeah, we done won, but what you do not realize is that you won one battle. You fighting the battle. We as black people, melanated people, we're fighting the battle. White supremacists are fighting the war. You see how quick old boy, the senator from my home state of Missouri, the last slave state in the Union, my motherfucking senator, go talk about some, oh, well, let's see if we could pass this bill to keep these players from boycotting. If you boycott, you will lose your scholarship. That's the war. White supremacists are fighting the war, and they have been fighting it for over 400 years. We're fighting a battle. You win one motherfucking battle and you think you on easy street. You think we done came up. No. And we fighting battles on multiple fronts. Because we living in a system of white supremacy. Not only are we fighting it in the courts, right? In the schools, in the system of law, right? We also getting it from our own people. There's probably more, but I'm pretty sure I think I covered the bases. We get it from our own people because our own people have been brainwashed by the white supremacists. We get it from them too. But I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Keep going. Push even harder. Just when you think that you don't have no fight left in you, just when you think you can't go no further, is the time you need to dig deep, look in your spirit, and grind up whatever it is. You dig what I'm saying? Dig deep. Get it. Realize that there's something more in you. There's a fight in you. And if you are just tired and you just beaten down by the fight, hey, take your ass to Florida, retire, and get you a nice little condo where you can fish in the bay all the damn time. But for me, like I say, I'm 28. I got a lot of life. I got a lot of strength. I got a lot of vigor. And I got a healthy mind about me. So I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to keep doing these videos. I'm going to double down on what I've been doing. I'm not leaving. I'm not catching the midnight train to Georgia. I'm not leaving the country. I'm not going to abandon my people. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to fight for me so that my family can have a legacy about us. Like I said, I want to leave something for my kids. Do you realize the reason why white people get ahead is because they leave shit to their kids? Man had a business, grew it for 30, 40 years, and then he passed it on to his son or daughter. And then they grow the business for another 30, 40 years. And before you know it, you have a multi-million-dollar corporation. Or at least a business that is a well-oiled machine. Then you might think about branching out. That's something you can leave for your kids. I want to build on something. I don't want to leave my kids in a system of white supremacy. I don't want to leave my kids in a system to where they could be fearing for their life. That's why I'm fighting so hard. I know that when I leave my house any day, that I might not make it back home. I know this. Do I think I will make it back home? Yes. I think I will make it back home because I have God on my side. And that's the way it's always been. I've walked through blood neighborhoods with blue on. Right? Motherfucker fuck with me. Like down Jenny Station Road, all up there. You know, that whole area down by Goodfellow and shit right there. You know, that's all blood territory down there. Blue at the time was my favorite color. So I'm walking through Jennings. Finna go holler at my partner. You stay on Dresser. Shout out to the homeboy Ant. Motherfucker, stop me. What you doing over here, blood? What you doing over here, blood? Hey, what's doing all that blue on, blood? What you doing all that blue on? Hey. It ain't nothing like that, bro. It ain't nothing like that. Then what's it like, then, nigga? What's it like? Hey, look, bro. I got a Job Corps right there. Or I'm from around the way. I like blue. Blue is my favorite color, bro. I ain't no Crip. I ain't no, none of that. I don't gangbang. I don't throw up no colors, bro. I just wear blue. You ain't no Crip, blood? I'm just a regular dude. I like the color blue. That is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go holler at my partner around the way. That's it. Like, oh, okay, all right then, all right.